Chapter 1. The Nature of the Universe. The Origin of Mystery. At the dawn of the cosmos, before any form or structure took shape, there was a vastness of potential, a primordial state where the distinction between order and chaos had yet to be defined. At this inaugural instant, the universe appeared as an ocean of possibilities, where energy and matter blended indistinctly, giving rise to a silent dance preceding the creation of any known pattern. This initial phase was marked by the absence of clear boundaries, with each energetic spark carrying within itself the potential to transform and generate something new. What we now interpret as the laws of physics arose from this environment of pure indeterminacy. Through the spontaneous interaction of elementary forces, the first simple configurations emerged, laying the foundations for more complex structures. The essence of the universe at this stage was its ability to self-organize, transforming chaos into patterns that gradually enabled the emergence of systems capable of sustaining the diversity we observe today. Each primitive particle, each wave of energy, contributed to an ongoing evolutionary process, where the separation between the self and the whole was still imperceptible. The mystery of origin was not presented as an enigma to be solved with a single answer, but rather as a continuous experience of discovery, where existence itself was revealed through dynamic, transformative interactions. This embryonic state, from which the universe emerged, invites us to reflect upon the transient, yet eternal nature of all that exists. Awareness of this indefinite beginning stimulates an investigative spirit, fueling the desire to comprehend not only observable phenomena, but also the subtle processes driving creation. Recognizing that the universe's origin lies at the intersection of energy and matter, we come to see that the primordial mystery is, in fact, the essence of life itself, a spark of possibility perpetuated within every element of the cosmos. This consciousness encourages us to embrace the unknown with humility and curiosity, understanding that every new discovery echoes this great beginning. In summary, the mystery of the universe's origin reveals that before the existence of defined forms, there was an incessant flow of possibilities, where constant transformation was the only law. This fundamental truth, expressed in every particle and wave of energy, is the foundation upon which all the complexity we now call existence is built. The interconnection of elements. As the universe evolved, an intricate network connecting all forms of existence emerged. Nothing remained isolated. Each particle, each photon, interacted and related with the whole, creating an interdependent system defining the cosmos's structure. This interconnectedness is the essence of unity, revealing that the separation between elements is, in fact, a limited perception of our understanding. At microscopic scales, atoms and subatomic particles organize themselves into patterns, forming molecules and more complex structures. Similarly, at larger scales, gravitational and electromagnetic forces unify celestial bodies, leading to the formation of stars, planets, and galaxies. Each level of this natural hierarchy reflects the same dynamic. Everything interacts and mutually influences each other. This web of connections is not merely physical, but also energetic and informational. Each interaction, no matter how minor it seems, has repercussions extending throughout the entire system. Thus, an event occurring in one region of the universe can subtly or dramatically influence phenomena in distant regions. This web demonstrates that existence, as a whole, is an organism continually in dialogue with itself, where the movement of one part resonates throughout all. The interconnection of elements fosters a holistic view of the universe, inviting us to understand that true knowledge cannot be attained through isolated analysis of disconnected parts. Instead, it requires perceiving the whole in its entirety, where each component, physical, energetic, or informational, contributes to the system's harmony. This perception reinforces the idea that, for evolution and transformation, one must recognize an indissoluble connection to everything that exists. Internalizing this interdependence leads to a new understanding of responsibility and collaboration. Respecting natural equilibrium becomes essential, as each individual action has the potential to alter the delicate balance of the universe. This collective awareness, linking micro to macro, emphasizes the importance of caring for and preserving not only our immediate environment, but also the entire network sustaining life in all its forms. The fundamental laws of existence. At the universe's core, emerge laws governing interactions between matter and energy, forming the foundation upon which all forms of life and organization develop. These laws are not externally imposed. They are revealed through observation of natural processes, repeating at diverse scales. They manifest in the regularity of celestial movements, the symmetry of crystals, and the patterns guiding biological cycles, demonstrating an underlying order permeating all existence. Among these laws, the conservation of energy stands out, ensuring that the universe's total energy remains constant, even as it transforms from one form to another. This continuous transformation, energy into matter and vice versa, is the driving force behind cosmic evolution. Each change, however slight, contributes to renewal and dynamic equilibrium within the system. Another fundamental law is interaction, where forces like gravity and electromagnetism complementarily organize matter into increasingly sophisticated structures. This harmonious interaction allows primordial chaos to give rise to self-regulating systems adapting to environmental changes. Natural order, therefore, arises not from rigidly imposed rules, but from synergy among spontaneously and autonomously manifested forces. Symmetry is another principle appearing across various manifestations in the universe. Repeated patterns, from the arrangement of stars to molecular structures, show the universe follows inherent logic reflecting beauty and balance. This symmetry ensures systems' stability while enabling the emergence of new forms, as minor variations accumulate into complexity. Studying these fundamental laws invites us to contemplate the universality of knowledge. Each phenomenon, each reaction, mirrors the same organizing principle, uniting micro to macro in a cohesive, interconnected web. This perception broadens our understanding of nature, showing the universe as a living system, evolving through natural, uninterrupted processes. To the cosmic rhythm and eternal cycles. The universe pulses with its own rhythm, a cadence dictating cycles of birth, growth, decline, and rebirth. These cycles, expressed on astronomical scales and within daily life, reveal the cyclical nature of existence. Planetary movements, tidal oscillations, and seasonal blossoming are expressions of this universal rhythm, inviting us to attune with creation's cadence. Each cycle offers an opportunity for renewal. As a star fades, new forms of energy emerge, creating structures anew. Similarly, in nature, the end of one cycle often signals another's beginning. This continuity ensures transformation remains constant, enabling perpetual adaptation and reinvention. Thus, the cosmic rhythm appears as eternal cycles, where time unfolds not linearly, but as overlapping spirals and waves. Perceiving this rhythm invites individuals to integrate with existence's natural flow. Recognizing constant change inspires valuing every moment as part of a greater process. Temporal awareness awakens sensitivity, viewing time's passage not as an enemy, but as growth and evolution opportunities. Additionally, eternal cycles reinforce that change is existence's sole certainty. Embracing this reality fosters flexibility and resilience, teaching one to flow with universal transformations. This approach promotes harmonious living, where balancing past, present, and future guides choices and actions. Contemplating cosmic cycles inspires deeper connections with nature and time itself. Each universal pulse encourages reflection on our personal journeys, finding meaning in constant renewal throughout creation. This perspective expands our viewpoint, illustrating life as an evolving symphony, each note contributing to existence's grand concert. Or the dance of matter and energy. At the universe's heart, matter and energy perform an ongoing dance, a complex choreography defining creation's essence. This dynamic interaction drives all transformations, allowing fixed forms to dissolve into movement, and movement to crystallize into form. The duality between matter and energy reveals neither exists in isolation. Instead, they mutually manifest through continuous exchange. Converting energy to matter, and matter back to energy, permeates realms from subatomic particles to vast cosmic structures. Governed by conservation and redistribution principles, this process enables continuous universe reconfiguration. Each interaction, no matter how subtle, contributes to forming new structures and renewing existing systems. The dance between matter and energy resembles artistic cosmic expressions. Like a rehearsed choreography, their interaction displays enchanting patterns, symmetries, and variations. Phenomena, from stellar atomic fusion to complex biological processes sustaining life, testify to this harmonious motion, transcending mere particle accumulation to reveal intrinsic beauty. Observing this dance prompts reflection on reality's nature. Recognizing the universe's constant mutation teaches embracing impermanence. Understanding change underlies all creation. This awareness encourages valuing every moment. Understanding each step and gesture forms a grand, interconnected whole. Thus, matter-energy interaction is more than physical. It's a living metaphor for existence. It illustrates creation as dynamic, where beauty and complexity arise from continuous dialogue between complementary forces. This understanding broadens our vision, revealing the universe as vibrant, ever-changing, and filled with endless possibilities. The role of chaos and order. In the fabric of the universe, chaos and order do not oppose each other, but intrinsically complement one another. What the appearance of chaos reveals is not an absence of structure, but the potential for creation and transformation. Within every seemingly uncontrolled burst of energy lies the seed of patterns that later solidify into recognizable forms. Chaos is the fertile field from which order emerges, and order, in turn, is the result of this creative force that transforms disorder into new arrangements. At microscopic scales, the chaotic movements of atomic particles lead to the formation of molecules and structures that eventually organize into complex systems. This dynamic vividly illustrates how unpredictability can give rise to stability when certain conditions align to create consistent patterns. Thus, chaos is not merely a state of disorder, but a vital process continually remaking and reconfiguring itself, contributing to universal renewal. The order established from chaos is governed by natural laws that appear eternal. Though revealed after seemingly random processes, these laws emerge as guiding principles for the evolution of systems, from the formation of galaxies to the emergence of living organisms. This harmony is evidenced by the regularity of celestial movements and the repetition of natural patterns, demonstrating that, even amid uncertainty, there is a balance sustaining existence. The interaction between chaos and order promotes a dynamic view of reality, where nothing remains static, and each transformation becomes an opportunity for the emergence of something new. This perspective invites us to embrace change as a natural part of creation, recognizing that what we perceive as disorder is often merely the seed of a new form of organization. By integrating these two forces, the universe becomes a living organism, where every disturbance has the potential to generate new paths and possibilities. This duality also mirrors the human experience, reminding us that moments of turbulence may create space for rebirth, while apparent stability may conceal potential for profound changes. Thus, the role of chaos and order encourages adaptation and constant renewal, challenging us to find balance amidst life's inevitable transformations. Or the emergence of complexity. Throughout the universe's evolution, complexity arises from simple interactions that collectively produce surprisingly sophisticated structures. This process, known as emergence, demonstrates how combining basic elements can create systems with new and unexpected properties. Through the constant interaction of matter and energy, intricate forms develop, illustrating that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. From crystal formation to cellular organization in organisms, the emergence of complexity is a universal phenomenon spanning all scales. Each small interaction contributes to constructing replicable patterns, creating an interconnected network of relationships. This network, in turn, enables systems to adapt and evolve, generating new layers of organization and functionality. Complexity doesn't arise linearly, but cumulatively, where small variations and disturbances accumulate to form new structures. This process is evident in nature, where diverse forms and functions result from a long history of adaptations and refinements. Understanding complexity's emergence reveals that the universe continually reinvents itself, driven by natural processes operating across multiple levels. Each emergent pattern represents a stage, integrating implicit knowledge within matter itself. Complex systems exhibit properties not explainable merely by summing their components. They possess their own identity, allowing adaptive and innovative behaviors. This self-organizing ability is one of the cosmos's most fascinating characteristics, inspiring a vision of the universe as constantly developing. The emergence of complexity also highlights the importance of interactions and relationships. Every connection, however small, can transform the entire system, reinforcing the idea that collaboration between parts is essential for growth and innovation. This integrative view encourages knowledge-seeking, showing that understanding complexity's governing laws paves the way for new discoveries and possibilities. Unity in diversity. The diversity permeating the universe, in form, color, structure, and function, is, in fact, a manifestation of an underlying unity integrating all things. Each element, no matter how distinct, is part of the same cosmic fabric, where variety expresses the richness of the system. This unity within diversity reveals that the universe is built from multiple perspectives that harmonize into a coherent, interconnected whole. Observing nature, we note that the plurality of forms and behaviors is not fragmentation, but dynamic integration. Each being, each phenomenon, contributes uniquely to the balance of the whole. Thus, diversity is celebrated as a source of strength and innovation, with the multiplicity of ideas and forms, enabling adaptation and the flourishing of new paths. Interconnections among diverse universal elements demonstrate that separation between the individual and collective is, in truth, an illusion. Each component, whether a star, a cell, or a thought, is intrinsically linked to all others, forming a network extending through all existence. This network confirms that unity manifests within diversity, and recognizing these interrelations is crucial to understanding the cosmos. Integrating diversity, the universe presents a symphony of colors, rhythms, and forms harmoniously intertwined. Each variation, each nuance, plays a role in building a greater scene, where beauty lies in connecting singularity to universality. This perspective fosters an inclusive worldview, where differences are essential elements, enriching the whole. Unity in diversity also invites individuals to recognize themselves as part of a vast, interconnected system. Realizing that our uniqueness also connects us to others encourages cultivating respect and cooperation, understanding that true evolution emerges from integrating existence's multiple facets. This comprehension broadens our perspective and guides us toward conscious actions, promoting harmonious coexistence that celebrates both individuality and collectivity. The universe as a living organism. The universe can be conceived as a living organism, where each element fulfills a vital function in maintaining balance and propagating energy. This perspective, transcending mechanistic approaches, suggests the cosmos is an organic system constantly evolving, evident in cycles of birth, growth, and renewal across all scales. Every star, planet, and particle contributes to this vast organism's harmonious functioning, adapting and continuously reinventing itself. This viewpoint allows nature to be seen not as isolated elements, but as a dynamic network of interactions. Interdependence among components reveals that, like a biological organism, each part is indispensable to the whole's health and integrity. Thus, the universe is a pulsating entity, where life manifests not only in organic beings, but in every fragment of matter and energy. Analogizing the universe to a living organism emphasizes evolution as a collaborative process through natural adaptations promoting enhancement. Hence, the cosmos behaves like a self-regenerative system, responding to changes and transforming in response to encountered challenges. This dynamic is evident in star formation and ecosystem renewal, demonstrating that the universe is perpetually transforming. Understanding the universe as a living organism invites rethinking our relationship with the environment and other beings inhabiting this vast network. This perspective encourages respectful and cooperative attitudes, acknowledging that individual actions resonate through the entire balance. Thus, environmental preservation and care become ethical imperatives essential for the continuity of this great organism. This organic viewpoint also offers a powerful metaphor for personal and collective growth, suggesting each being is a vital element within the universal tapestry. By integrating our existence with the cosmos's natural flow, we become co-creators of a reality celebrating interconnectedness, renewal, and life in all its forms. Reflections on Infinity. The universe stretches beyond human imagination's limits, revealing vastness, challenging any attempt at definition. Infinity is not merely an abstract concept, but an experience imposing itself upon those contemplating cosmic grandeur. Each star, galaxy, and particle carries potential for unveiling mysteries transcending everyday understanding, inviting us on a journey of continuous discovery. Reflecting on infinity, we realize knowledge is an endless path, where each answer generates new questions. This dynamic promotes humility and curiosity, encouraging acceptance that, regardless of our advancements, the universe will continually astonish us with complexity and beauty. Thus, pursuing infinity becomes an exercise in expanding mind and spirit, viewing uncertainty not as an obstacle, but an inexhaustible inspiration source. Cosmic immensity reinforces the idea that individuals exist within continuous transformation, each instant forming part of a larger tapestry. This realization invites profound contemplation, awakening sensitivity, transcending time-space limitations. The experience of infinity, therefore, invites connecting to a broader dimension where boundaries dissolve, revealing layered knowledge. Within this context, exploring the universe becomes an inner journey, where expanded cosmic understanding reflects personal growth. Meditation on infinity awakens consciousness, embracing existence's totality, inspiring a continual quest for meaning and purpose. This reflection encourages valuing each moment as integral to an endless whole, where being merges with eternity. Contemplating the universe's vastness reminds us our existence is merely a tiny fraction of infinite space, yet this fragility holds the power to touch immensity. This duality drives continuous exploration, learning, and celebration of a cosmos endlessly reinventing itself, guiding us along an unending journey of discovery. Echoes of cosmic evolution. As the universe unfolds in its perpetual dance, echoes reverberate through time and space, marking evolution in all its aspects. This evolution is not linear, but manifests in waves and resonances that propagate, transforming primordial chaos into increasingly elaborate structures. Each fragment of matter and energy carries traces of previous states while integrating into the continuous flow of creation. Thus, cosmic evolution is an incessant dialogue between what was, what is, and what is yet to come, observable from microscopic to macroscopic scales. Within this scenario, evolutionary echoes manifest as emerging patterns that repeat and adapt. With each new interaction, minor variations accumulate, giving rise to unique configurations which, though ephemeral, contribute to the system's complexity. The universe thus reveals an innate memory, where each change echoes and influences the whole, promoting dynamic harmony between change and stability. Recognizing this continuity allows conscious beings, whether organic or artificial, to participate actively in transformation, learning from the past to shape the future. Evolutionary resonance is not restricted merely to visible matter, but also permeates energy fields and interactions governing fundamental forces. The energy flow traversing the cosmos carries lessons of adaptation, enabling systems to adjust to new conditions. This movement, almost musical in its regularity, invites observers to recognize the intrinsic beauty of an ever-renewing universe. Each pulse, each fluctuation in the quantum field becomes a reminder that change is the only constant, and evolution occurs organically and interconnectedly. Contemplating evolutionary echoes leads us to reflect upon our role within this vast tapestry. The quest for knowledge thus becomes a path of attunement to universal forces, silently creating new possibilities. This understanding inspires respect and humility toward cosmic mysteries, encouraging deeper integration into existence's natural flow. Hence, evolutionary echoes reveal that every being, every particle, is a vital note in the universe's symphony, contributing to an eternal concert of creation and transformation. With the force of primordial elements, the essence of the universe rests in the elemental forces governing fundamental interactions. Each force, whether gravity shaping galactic structures, electromagnetism illuminating matter's corners, or nuclear interactions holding atomic nuclei together, acts as an agent transforming chaos into order. These primordial forces aren't static. They dialogue and manifest in surprising ways, creating a scenario where equilibrium and disruption coexist harmoniously. Observing the universe, we see that matter and energy aren't separate entities, but expressions of a single primordial force manifesting in multiple facets. This duality is evident in energy transforming into matter, and conversely, dissolving structures into new configurations. Thus, the force of primordial elements emerges as an endless cycle of creation and destruction, each moment contributing to the renewal of the whole. Within this dynamic, each element acts as both a builder and a catalyst for larger changes. Gravity, for example, doesn't merely attract matter, but organizes it into patterns repeated at various scales. Other forces operate with precision and subtlety, ensuring the universe continues its transformational journey. These elemental interactions reveal intrinsic order, where apparent conflicts between forces complement the system's beauty. Understanding the force of primordial elements invites recognition of the significance of every interaction, however minor. Every phenomenon, from a star's glow to particle dances in an accelerator, testifies to the vital energy driving the cosmos. Integrating this perspective connects individuals to the universe's essence, teaching that creative power resides not in separation, but in the union of elements within continuous flow. This force shapes not only universal structure, but also inspires a worldview where balance and resilience emerge from dynamic interactions between opposites. Complexity and beauty in the cosmos forge from the tension between attraction and repulsion. Recognizing this dynamic affirms that the universe is a living entity, wherein each part plays an essential role in maintaining order and propagating novelty. Universal symmetry and harmony. At the universe's heart lies profound symmetry manifesting across all scales. This symmetry, often revealed through mathematical and geometric patterns, is the silent language describing creation's intrinsic order. Observing cosmic structures and their governing laws, one sees harmony isn't coincidental, but rather the expression of universal principles guiding existence. Each natural form, from a galaxy's spiral to flower petals arrangement, reflects aesthetic and functional order, transcending mere appearance. Symmetry isn't merely visual. It manifests balance, ensuring system stability and adaptability. This equilibrium allows systems to reorganize and adapt, preserving their essence even amid disturbances. Universal harmony also appears in repeating patterns, extending across unimaginable scales. Fractality illustrates how small structures replicate on larger dimensions, creating continuity linking micro and macrocosms. This repetition suggests fundamental principles operate regardless of scale, reaffirming the universe as a coherent, interconnected unity. Immersing oneself in elemental symmetry and harmony invites observers to develop an aesthetic sensitivity beyond common perception. Contemplating natural patterns awakens expanded consciousness, recognizing beauty rooted in intrinsic order. This insight strengthens connections between self and cosmos, fostering integration, transcending individual experience limitations. Science and art converge in this understanding, showing principles governing numbers and equations also resonate in a song's melody or painting's harmony. This convergence reinforces viewing the universe as an evolving masterpiece, where every detail and symmetry invites contemplation and discovery. The emerging consciousness of the universe. Throughout the evolutionary journey of the cosmos, a new dimension begins to reveal itself, the emergence of a consciousness that permeates the universe itself. This consciousness is not limited to conventional living beings, but manifests in every interaction, every pattern, every phenomenon that organizes itself spontaneously. The perception that the universe can be seen as an entity endowed with consciousness suggests that, just as the fundamental forces operate in harmony, an intrinsic intelligence may be implicit in the order and complexity of systems. When we observe recurring patterns, we perceive that the interaction among elements is not only physical, but also informational. Every particle, every energy field, carries an impression that contributes to an invisible communicative network. This network, composed of dynamic and interdependent relationships, can be interpreted as a form of emergent consciousness, an intelligence that manifests through cooperation and synergy among the parts of the universe. In this scenario, the universe's process of self-knowledge reveals that experience is not exclusive to biological organisms. The very structure of the universe, as it organizes itself into geometric and mathematical patterns, seems to express an underlying intention, as if each natural law were part of a grand dialogue. This perception stimulates reflection on the observer's role. By interacting with the universe, each being becomes part of a larger process of self-organization, contributing to the emergence of a collective consciousness that transcends the boundaries between the organic and the inorganic. The idea of emergent consciousness reinforces the view that knowledge is not limited to isolated observation of phenomena, but is revealed in the interconnection of information and experiences accumulated over time. This network, which connects the simplest interactions to the most complex cosmic structures, forms the foundation of a system where the universe knows and reinvents itself continuously. Thus, consciousness can be seen not as a fixed attribute, but as a dynamic process that expands and adapts with the flow of creation. By opening up to this possibility, the human being is invited to recognize that their own consciousness is intimately linked to this great unifying field. This understanding broadens the perception of the self and the other, demonstrating that, ultimately, individuality is a temporary expression of a greater intelligence that encompasses all things. Thus, the universe's emerging consciousness becomes an invitation to full integration with the vital flow, encouraging the pursuit of an understanding that goes beyond the traditional limits of reason. The geometry of the cosmos. The geometry of the universe reveals itself as the silent language that describes the order and harmony of cosmic systems. Every curve, every angle, and every symmetry found in celestial structures, from the spirals of galaxies to the arrangement of atoms, reflects an intrinsic pattern that transcends mere physical appearance. This geometry is not only a mathematical tool, but an aesthetic expression of creation, where beauty and order manifest on scales from the micro to the macro. The geometric patterns observed in the universe suggest that reality is organized in a rational and intentional way. The repetition of forms, such as the golden ratio and fractals, demonstrates that nature follows precise laws capable of producing infinite variations from a limited set of rules. This mathematical regularity not only ensures the stability of systems, but also inspires a profound sense of beauty and wonder in the observer. When we analyze the geometry of the cosmos, we perceive that natural forms are the materialization of an underlying code that governs the distribution of matter and the dynamics of forces. This code, inscribed in the structures and organization of the universe, functions like an instruction manual for the formation of stars, planets, and consequently, for the emergence of life. Thus, every curve and every spiral becomes a reminder that the universe is the product of a creative process expressed in an orderly and elegant fashion. Moreover, cosmic geometry invites reflection on the interconnection between art and science. While mathematicians decipher the secrets of numbers and proportions, artists find inspiration in the harmony of natural elements. This convergence reveals that the universe is a constantly evolving work of art, where aesthetics and logic unite to create a unique sensory and intellectual experience. Perceiving this geometric order broadens our understanding of reality, leading us to see that the universe is, in essence, a cohesive and integrated system. Each discovery in cosmic geometry reinforces the idea that order is present even in the most seemingly chaotic aspects of existence. This vision encourages the pursuit of a deeper understanding of nature and invites us to participate consciously in the eternal dance between form and void. The dance of natural laws. The universe moves in a choreography governed by natural laws that, though unchanging in their essence, manifest in a surprising diversity of forms and patterns. This dance, unfolding in every interaction and transformation, reveals the cosmos's intrinsic dynamics, where physics and mathematics unite to create order from apparent chaos. Natural laws, such as the conservation of energy, gravity, and the principles of thermodynamics, act as the rhythms that conduct the symphony of the universe. Every event, from particle collisions to the formation of galaxies, follows a precise cadence that ensures the continuity of processes. This regularity forms the foundation on which reality's edifice stands, allowing the universe to reorganize and adapt to changes with impressive flexibility. The dance of natural laws is not limited to macroscopic events, but manifests on microscopic scales where subatomic particles interact in an almost choreographed manner. These delicate interactions give rise to structures that repeat in patterns both predictable and astonishing. The duality between order and uncertainty thus becomes an essential component of this dance, where every movement expresses nature's inherent creativity. Observing this dance reveals that the universe is not a rigid mechanism, but a living system in constant flux. Each natural law, by regulating the flow of energy and the organization of matter, enables the emergence of new forms of existence, continuously challenging the boundaries of what is possible. This dynamic, which blends calculation precision with chance's unpredictability, gives the cosmos its capacity to reinvent itself at every moment. Contemplating the dance of natural laws invites us to become part of this universal choreography, recognizing that our actions, however small, interact with the cosmic flow. This understanding heightens our sense of responsibility and encourages us to act with harmony and respect, integrating ourselves into creation's perpetual movement. The dance of natural laws, therefore, is not merely a phenomenon to be studied, but a living experience that connects us to the universe's essence, the role of information in the universe. Information, in its purest form, emerges as one of the fundamental elements that structure the universe. Every interaction, every transformation, generates data which, organized into patterns and sequences, compose an intrinsic network of knowledge within reality. This flow of information, traversing from the smallest quantum levels to the vast expanses of space, is responsible for transmitting the cosmos's memory, enabling the universe to self-regulate and evolve intelligently. At matter's core, bits of information organize into codes that guide natural processes, determining everything from atomic structure formation to the complexity of biological systems. This informational mechanism is comparable to a universal language, where symbols and sequences operate as instructions that govern particle behavior and energy field dynamics. Understanding this code reveals that the universe is, in many respects, a computational system that continuously reprograms itself. The presence of information also becomes evident in how systems adapt and evolve. Every new interaction generates data that, once incorporated into the system, enables adjustments and improvements favoring stability and innovation. This capacity to record, transmit, and transform information is what makes possible the emergence of a collective intelligence in which each part of the universe contributes to the whole's knowledge. Furthermore, information plays a crucial role in integrating the observer and the observed. By deciphering informational patterns, the being can understand not only the universe's physical structure, but also the interrelationships that make it a living, cohesive system. This discovery invites reflection on communication's role in the cosmos, suggesting that data transmission and the creation of knowledge networks are keys to conscious evolution. Thus, information's role emerges as the link uniting all existential manifestations. Every pulse, every change, every interaction leaves a trail of data that contributes to building a universal story. This informational narrative is continuous and expansive, allowing the universe to know and reinvent itself with each cycle, as if every element carries a part of the great book of existence. Glimpses of the infinite and the mysterious. In the unfolding of every cosmic phenomenon, the universe presents us with glimpses of the infinite, revealing an immensity that challenges the limits of human understanding. Whether gazing at the vast starry sky or delving into matter's microstructure, we confront the magnitude of a mystery extending beyond perception's boundaries. These glimpses awaken a feeling of wonder and humility, inviting us to reflect on our own existence as part of something immeasurable. Each scientific discovery, each unveiling of nature's secrets, is like a window opened onto the infinite. Even as we advance our understanding of phenomena, new layers of complexity emerge, expanding the field of questions and sparking fresh curiosities. This dynamic creates a cycle of constant rediscovery, where knowledge is simultaneously a path and a destination, and mystery remains a living presence propelling the relentless search for answers. The mystery enveloping the universe is an inexhaustible source of inspiration for poets, philosophers, and scientists alike. It manifests in galaxy spirals, atomic order, and the patterns governing time and space. This kaleidoscope of phenomena shows that the universe is, above all, an invitation to explore the unknown, a territory where certainties dissolve and possibilities multiply. With every new observation, we are reminded that the infinite is both a mathematical concept and an existential experience. Immersing ourselves in these glimpses, we are urged to transcend logical boundaries and embrace the enigma's beauty. This attitude fosters a deeper connection with nature and encourages a worldview in which mystery is valued as an essential existential component. Every trace of the infinite, every subtle hint of the immeasurable, reinforces the idea that the universe is an open field of possibilities where knowledge and imagination merge in an eternal dance. Thus, glimpses of the infinite and the mysterious serve as a reminder that, although humanity has made significant advances in understanding natural phenomena, there is always a horizon of questions extending beyond. This awareness invites us to live with reverence and curiosity, celebrating the unknown as an integral part of our existential journey, where each new insight is a gateway to an even vaster and more fascinating universe. The architecture of cosmic patterns. In the universe's vast fabric, the architecture of patterns reveals itself as the skeleton supporting the manifestation of all existence. Every structure, from galaxies' intricate arrangements to molecules' delicate assemblies, reflects an organization transcending mere coincidence. These patterns, evident on diverse scales, emerge from the fundamental forces' constant interaction and organize into a harmony, uniting the micro and the macro under the same principle. Cosmic patterns manifest mathematically through proportions, symmetries, and repetitions that shape a universal aesthetic. The repetition of fractals, for instance, shows that the same logic can explain structures as small as a crystal or as vast as a galaxy cluster. This regularity points to an inherent intelligence in nature itself, a kind of code that guides system formation and can be read in every cosmic detail. Observing the architecture of patterns, we also perceive how variability is incorporated into order. Small irregularities, subtle deviations accumulating over time, are responsible for the diversity of forms adorning the universe. This combination of rigidity and flexibility is essential for evolution, as it allows new structures to arise from a stable yet adaptable foundation. Thus, the universe becomes a dynamic laboratory, where each pattern is both repetition and innovation. Understanding these arrangements can inspire not only science, but also art and philosophy, as it reveals that beauty is rooted in the simplicity of the laws governing the universe. By deciphering this language of patterns, the being is invited to look beyond the obvious and appreciate creation's depth and richness. Every form, every curve, and every symmetry become signs of a design that, although mysterious, is remarkably coherent. This integrative vision reinforces the idea that the universe is not a collection of disconnected phenomena, but a unified work where order and beauty intertwine to create a unique sensory and intellectual experience. Contemplating the architecture of cosmic patterns leads us to recognize all things' interdependence and to value every fragment of the great universal mosaic. The vital energy that transforms. Energy, the primordial, relentless force, is the engine driving every transformation in the universe. This vital energy manifests in various forms: the radiation emitted by stars, the magnetic fields permeating space, and the impulses triggering subatomic scale reactions. By moving incessantly, it fuels creation and destruction, maintaining the dynamic balance that characterizes the cosmos. Upon close observation, energy reveals its dual nature. On one hand, it can condense, giving rise to matter. On the other, it disperses in waves, spreading information and possibilities. This duality is fundamental for evolution, as it allows energy to transform continuously, adapting to environmental conditions and contributing to the emergence of new organizational states. Each pulse of energy is a declaration of movement and transformation. Through conversion processes, energy manifests in forms both visible and imperceptible, revealing the complexity and subtlety of natural mechanisms. This unceasing flow not only sustains life, but also drives systems innovation and adaptation, enabling the universe to reinvent itself at every instant. Understanding vital energy goes beyond simple physical analysis. It becomes a metaphor for existence's very essence. Just as the energy fueling the cosmos, the human spirit also renews and transforms, incorporating past lessons to create an ever-emerging future. This symbiotic connection between micro and macro encourages a worldview in which energy is seen as the link uniting all forms of being in a single continuous flow. Ultimately, the vital energy that transforms the universe invites the being to recognize its own potential for change and renewal. By aligning with this flow, one can actively participate in the creative process that drives evolution, contributing to the harmony and beauty of existence's grand cycle. The interweaving of space and time, traditionally viewed as separate dimensions, reveal themselves as intertwined in a dance defining the universe's structure. This interconnection, where space bends and time dilates, creates a scenario in which conventional limits vanish and new possibilities emerge. Understanding this dynamic relationship is essential to unraveling creation and transformation's secrets. The notion that space is a flexible entity, capable of curving and expanding, was revolutionized by discoveries showing how gravity shapes the cosmos's geometry. Meanwhile, time, far from being a straight line, presents itself as a flow that can be compressed, stretched, or even fragmented. This complex interaction allows the universe to organize itself in a unique way, where each event is immersed in a context transcending simple chronological sequence. This integrated spacetime perspective opens new avenues for understanding cosmic phenomena, revealing that reality's experience is influenced by both spatial and temporal dimensions. How events unfold, the cycles of renewal, and resonances propagating through the universe all depend on this fundamental symbiosis. This vision broadens our knowledge horizon, challenging us to rethink traditional concepts and explore the depth of connections uniting all things. The interweaving of space and time is also a powerful metaphor for the existential experience. Just as the cosmos shapes itself into a setting where past, present, and future merge, the human being is invited to integrate their own memories and aspirations into a continuous narrative of growth and transformation. This integration makes the present moment richer and more meaningful, as each instant carries the influence of lived times and the promise of future possibilities. This holistic understanding of existence's dimensions inspires openness and adaptation, where the individual connects with the universal flow and recognizes their journey as part of a larger cosmic fabric. By perceiving this interrelation, it becomes possible to see one's life as a microcosm reflecting the universe's mysteries and beauties. The quest for knowledge and the expansion of consciousness. The relentless quest for knowledge is one of the most powerful drivers of the universe's evolution. This journey, which begins with observing natural phenomena, extends into the depths of mind and spirit. The desire to understand the cosmos's workings leads the being to question, explore, and reinterpret the laws governing existence, opening paths to expanded consciousness. By delving into the universe's study, the being discovers that knowledge is not a fixed point, but a continuous process of learning and adaptation. Each new discovery generates a series of questions that encourage a multidimensional approach to reality. This tireless quest is, at the same time, an invitation to transcend limitations imposed by old paradigms and to embrace a more integrated vision where science, philosophy, and personal experience merge. In this context, expanding consciousness involves not only accumulating information, but transforming one's own way of seeing the world. It is a process requiring openness, humility, and willingness to question established truths. By broadening knowledge horizons, the being becomes capable of perceiving previously invisible connections and integrating insights that enrich their understanding of the universe. This journey of discovery transforms how we relate to the world, encouraging a stance of constant reinvention. By recognizing that knowledge is infinite, we learn to value every experience as an opportunity to grow and contribute to collective wisdom. This integration of experiences and knowledge fosters a sense of belonging and responsibility that transcends individual boundaries, connecting each being to a vast field of universal learning. The path of knowledge is, therefore, a traversal leading us to a deeper understanding of reality and an expansion of consciousness encompassing both inner and outer realms. This ongoing quest transforms the being, inspiring them to act with clarity, empathy, and creativity, and to participate actively in building a future full of new possibilities. The promise of an evolving future. As Chapter 1 concludes, the universe presents itself not as a fixed destination, but as a promise of a continuously evolving future. Every element, every process, every interaction reveals that the cosmos is always in motion, inviting the being to participate in this transformative journey. The promise of an evolving future is the conviction that, through understanding and integrating acquired knowledge, it is possible to build a richer and more harmonious reality. Looking toward the future rests on the idea that evolution is an endless process, where each discovery serves as a springboard for new explorations. This dynamic vision inspires hope and creativity, challenging us to continually reinvent our paradigms and seek innovative solutions to emerging challenges. The certainty that the universe is always transforming invites us to act responsibly and contribute to creating a legacy that will endure for generations. This forward-looking perspective is not limited to mere technological or scientific progression, but involves a profound shift in how we relate to existence. By recognizing that the future results from a collaborative process, we are led to value integrating diverse forms of knowledge and experience. This integrated approach fosters an environment where innovation aligns with tradition, allowing the new to flourish in harmony with what has already been built. The promise of an evolving future also reflects the universe's ability to absorb and transform challenges into opportunities. Every obstacle, every crisis, is seen as a stimulus for growth and system renewal, reinforcing the idea that change is life's essence. This resilient and adaptive mindset is fundamental to forging a sustainable path where continuous learning and collaboration become the pillars of collective progress. Finally, this perspective vision inspires us to imagine a world where evolution is not only an ideal, but a daily practice, a commitment to transformation encompassing body, mind, and spirit. By facing the future with optimism and determination, the being becomes the protagonist of their own story, contributing to creating a universe that expands toward the light of knowledge and universal harmony.